Achrioptera manga, the world's most beautiful stick insect. Deep within the pristine rainforests of Madagascar lives one of nature's most extraordinary creatures, a stick insect so breathtakingly beautiful that it challenges everything we think we know about these typically cryptic insects. Achrioptera manga, discovered relatively recently in 2014, has earned the prestigious title of being the world's most beautiful stick insect, and once you witness its stunning appearance, it's easy to understand why. A masterpiece of evolution. Unlike their brown and green relatives that blend seamlessly into bark and foliage, Achrioptera manga males display a spectacular array of colors that seem almost too vibrant to be real. Their bodies shimmer with metallic blues and greens, punctuated by striking orange, yellow, and red markings that create patterns reminiscent of a living kaleidoscope. The contrast is so dramatic that when first photographed, some scientists initially questioned whether the images had been artificially enhanced. The males of this species reach approximately 13 to 15 centimeters in length, with their slender bodies perfectly proportioned to showcase their magnificent coloration. Their antennae are long and delicate, constantly moving as they navigate their arboreal environment. The legs, equally colorful, are perfectly adapted for gripping branches and moving with the characteristic swaying motion that mimics leaves in the breeze. Female Achrioptera manga, following the common pattern in stick insects, are significantly larger than males, reaching lengths of up to 20 centimeters. However, they display the more traditional cryptic coloration of browns and greens that provides excellent camouflage among the forest vegetation. This sexual dimorphism serves important evolutionary purposes, with the drab females focusing on reproduction, while the colorful males likely use their vibrant appearance for species recognition and mating displays. The discovery that changed everything. The discovery of Achrioptera manga represents one of the most exciting entomological finds of the 21st century. Found in the Ndasibe Mantadia National Park in eastern Madagascar, this species was first scientifically described by researchers who were conducting a comprehensive survey of Madagascar's incredibly diverse stick insect fauna. The discovery was particularly significant because it highlighted just how much we still don't know about the biodiversity hidden within Madagascar's remaining forests. The species name, manga, is particularly meaningful, derived from the Malagasy word meaning blue, which pays homage to the stunning blue coloration that dominates the male's appearance. This naming convention reflects the growing trend among taxonomists to incorporate local languages and cultural significance into scientific nomenclature, creating a stronger connection between scientific discovery and the communities that share habitats with these remarkable creatures. What makes this discovery even more remarkable is that Achrioptera manga was found in an area that had been studied by entomologists for decades. This underscores the incredible cryptic diversity that exists in tropical ecosystems and suggests that many more spectacular species await discovery, even in relatively well-studied locations. Madagascar, the perfect evolutionary laboratory. Madagascar's unique geological and evolutionary history has created the perfect conditions for the evolution of extraordinary creatures like Achrioptera manga. The island separated from the African continent approximately 160 million years ago, creating an isolated evolutionary laboratory where species could develop along unique trajectories without competition or genetic exchange with mainland populations. This isolation has resulted in Madagascar hosting an estimated 90% endemic species across all taxonomic groups, meaning that 9 out of 10 species found on the island exist nowhere else on Earth. For stick insects, this isolation has been particularly significant, allowing for the evolution of forms and colors that would be highly unusual in other parts of the world. The specific forests where Achrioptera manga lives are characterized by high humidity, consistent temperatures, and an incredibly diverse array of plant species. These conditions create numerous microhabitats and ecological niches that support specialized insect communities. The complex canopy structure provides multiple layers of habitat, from the forest floor to the emergent layer, each supporting different assemblages of species adapted to specific light levels, humidity conditions, and food sources. Evolutionary mysteries and theories. The evolution of such spectacular coloration in male Achrioptera manga presents several fascinating puzzles for evolutionary biologists. Traditional evolutionary theory suggests that such conspicuous coloration serves one of several purposes: warning predators of toxicity, aposematism, attracting mates, sexual selection, or facilitating species recognition in areas where multiple similar species coexist. Current research suggests that the brilliant colors of male Achrioptera manga likely serve multiple functions simultaneously. The metallic blues and greens may actually provide a form of camouflage that works differently than traditional cryptic coloration. In the dappled light of the forest canopy, these metallic colors may break up the insect's outline and create visual confusion for potential predators, particularly birds that hunt by sight. The sexual selection hypothesis is also compelling, as the dramatic difference in coloration between males and females strongly suggests that these colors play a role in mating behavior. Female choice may favor the most brilliantly colored males, driving the evolution of increasingly spectacular displays over successive generations. Additionally, the specific combination of colors may serve as a species-specific recognition system. In the diverse forests of Madagascar, where multiple stick insect species may occupy similar niches, having a distinctive appearance could be crucial for ensuring that mating occurs between individuals of the same species. Ecological role and behavior. Despite their stunning appearance, Achrioptera manga maintains many of the behavioral characteristics typical of stick insects. They are primarily nocturnal, becoming active after sunset to feed on the leaves of their preferred host plants. During the day, they remain motionless, relying on their positioning and any remaining cryptic elements of their coloration to avoid detection by diurnal predators. Their feeding behavior is surprisingly selective, with different populations showing preferences for specific plant species within their habitat. This host plant specialization is common among stick insects and often drives speciation as populations become adapted to different food sources and the chemical compounds they contain. The species exhibits the characteristic defensive behaviors of stick insects when threatened. They may drop from their perch and remain motionless on the ground, thanatosis, sway rhythmically to mimic vegetation moving in the breeze, or display startle behaviors that might confuse predators long enough to allow escape. Reproduction in Achrioptera manga follows the typical stick insect pattern, with females laying eggs that are dropped to the forest floor or inserted into bark crevices. The eggs can take many months to develop, allowing them to survive through seasonal variations in temperature and humidity. This extended development period is an adaptation to the unpredictable nature of tropical forest conditions. Conservation challenges. The stunning beauty that makes Achrioptera manga so remarkable also makes it particularly vulnerable to human activities. Madagascar has lost more than 80% of its original forest cover due to agriculture, logging, and charcoal production, creating a fragmented landscape where many endemic species struggle to survive. The specific habitat requirements of Achrioptera manga make it particularly susceptible to forest fragmentation. These insects require mature forest with complex canopy structure and specific host plants, conditions that are increasingly rare as forests are converted to agricultural use or degraded through selective logging. Climate change presents additional challenges, as even small changes in temperature and rainfall patterns can dramatically affect the delicate balance of forest ecosystems. The specialized nature of Madagascar's endemic species means they have limited ability to adapt to rapid environmental changes, making conservation efforts critically important. The remote locations where Achrioptera manga is found also create practical challenges for conservation. Limited infrastructure and resources make it difficult to establish and maintain protected areas, while the pressing economic needs of local communities can create conflicts between conservation goals and immediate survival needs. Research and scientific significance. Achrioptera manga has become a focal species for research into several important biological questions. Its unique coloration makes it an ideal subject for studies of evolutionary biology, particularly investigations into the mechanisms that drive the evolution of warning coloration and sexual selection in insects. Researchers are using advanced techniques, including spectrophotometry, to analyze exactly how the insect's coloration appears to different potential predators and mates. These studies are revealing that what appears as simple blue and green to human eyes is actually a complex array of wavelengths that may appear very different to birds, reptiles, and other insects. Genetic studies are beginning to unravel the molecular basis for the spectacular coloration, with researchers identifying specific genes responsible for producing the metallic pigments and structural colors that create the overall visual effect. This research has implications beyond stick insects, as similar mechanisms may be involved in coloration across many different groups of animals. The species is also contributing to our understanding of Madagascar's biogeographic history. By studying the relationships between Achrioptera manga and related species, researchers can reconstruct the evolutionary history of stick insects on the island and better understand how isolation and environmental change have shaped Madagascar's unique fauna. Conservation success stories and future hope. Despite the challenges facing Achrioptera manga, there are encouraging signs that conservation efforts can make a difference. The establishment of new protected areas in eastern Madagascar has helped preserve some of the forest habitats where this species lives, while international conservation organizations are working with local communities to develop sustainable alternatives to forest destruction. Ecotourism has emerged as a particularly promising conservation strategy. The spectacular nature of species like Achrioptera manga attracts visitors from around the world, providing economic incentives for forest conservation while raising awareness about Madagascar's unique biodiversity. Research institutions are also playing crucial roles, with ongoing studies providing the scientific foundation needed for effective conservation strategies. By understanding the specific habitat requirements and ecological needs of Achrioptera manga, conservationists can develop targeted approaches that protect not just this species but entire ecosystem communities. The story of Achrioptera manga serves as both inspiration and warning. It demonstrates the incredible beauty and complexity that evolution can produce, while also highlighting how easily such marvels can be lost to human activities. As we continue to explore and understand the natural world, discoveries like this remind us that there are still countless wonders waiting to be found, but only if we act quickly enough to preserve the habitats where they live. The world's most beautiful stick insect represents more than just an extraordinary example of natural beauty. It embodies the urgent need to protect Earth's remaining wild places and the countless species they contain. In the brilliant blues and greens of Achrioptera manga, we see not just the result of millions of years of evolution, but also the responsibility we bear as stewards of the natural world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.